Hello and welcome to Talk Fast TV, the home of YouTube content and podcasts for the hottest new bands around. Today I'm joined with WHARVES, a hot new band from Australia. If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe and share it with your mates. Enjoy. Cheers.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey.
how's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear us?
Oh, good. Yeah. Just check it's on. Just check I'm recording. All good. So who we got here today, guys?
Mike.
I'm
Wait.
Scott.
I'm Matt.
Nice. All three of you here. I know Scott was a maybe. Glad to see you there, Scott, as well.
Couldn't say no to this.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure having you guys. It's just an idea of mine, really. I want to. I've had it for a while, and why not go for it? I suppose. I want to interview new bands who I've got an interest in, and hopefully see them on the start of their journey, and then hopefully when they become big as well, like from the beginning to the end, or whatever they want to do, whatever they aspire to do, really. So yeah, I got onto you guys through This Feeling. So I follow them on Instagram, and yeah, I've really enjoyed what I've heard so far, really.
That's awesome.
Yeah, going back right to the start, like where did you guys are from Lennox Head, yeah?
I'm the only one from Lennox itself, but we all kind of met here. We're all from different spots, New South Wales.
How did you all guys meet?
Yeah, we all met at the university. So we studied the music program there. Me, Matt, and Fraser, our drummer, and then Mike was just in the area, and just the best guitarist, so had to take him.
Oh, decent. And so what do you all guys do for the band? So Mike's on guitar.
I play bass.
Nice.
I do vocal.
Cool. And how's like the songwriting with the band? Is it a joint effort, or is it like one of you mainly comes up with the ideas, or?
It's always a bit different, but it's very collaborative. To get it to the finish line, it's really collaborative. Sometimes it might start with something that we did all in rehearsal sort of space, and we kind of make it into a song, or it might be something I've written by myself, or maybe me and Mike did a smaller demo. But it's to get it to that finish line, everyone's hands on deck kind of thing.
Yeah, with Think Straight, it was a demo that Mike and Matt did together, and then we kind of just all just loved it. And Fraser then put like actual live drums on it rather than just kind of Ableton MIDI drums, and Mike did all the mixing wizardry with that as well.
Nice.
We were just listening to the next song that we're working on just before you called, the almost final mix.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Almost as
I was reading that. So you guys have your home studio set up there?
Yeah, we've got a few options. We've got a shed in a town about 10 minutes south of us. But coming into summer, it's a bit hot to work in there. So I've got access to my parents' kind of basement, I guess, which is actually where we are now. And it's kind of nice and air conditioned. There's a really good sounding drum room as well. So we kind of just use different spaces available to us.
Nice. I've actually I was away in Canada earlier on in the year, and I met a girl, and a really good friend of mine actually, and she's from just down the road, I believe, Broadwater. So so it's pretty close. As soon as I mentioned you guys, she was like, "No way, Lennox Head!" Like, used to hang around there all the time.
So did you leave because of COVID or anything, or were you just over there and?
Yeah, that was the main reason. So I left. When COVID hit, I was like 18 months into my visa, a 2-year visa, but when it hit, it was just the sensible option to really get home, really. So yeah.
We were so excited to come back over there in May, and then it was like we're kind of gearing up to tour, and then suddenly we're like, oh shit, we can't go to the UK, and then suddenly we can't even go to Sydney, or then.
So because I saw you played with this is going to be all jumbled up, the order of my questions, but it's all good. Doesn't really matter. I saw you guys came to the UK with is it DZ Death Rays, yeah.
Yeah.
And you've done a bit of Europe as well.
Yeah, we did Germany, Switzerland, France, Belgium, and we didn't play the Netherlands show, but DZ Death Rays went to the Netherlands, and then we did a lap of the UK. We definitely preferred the UK, although it was really nice to travel around Europe.
And do you remember the places you played in the UK, like, and what were the crowds like?
Yeah, we did. We played like the Lead Mill in Sheffield, Camden Underworld in London, Open Ruin.
Yes, in Manchester.
Yeah, yes.
And where was Glasgow? What was that venue? It was underground.
Stereo.
Stereo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it. Maybe Leeds as well.
Yeah, the Lead Mill, or have I already said that?
You already said that
Oh,
one.
there was like something housey.
Yeah, Heathrow House.
Yeah, the crowds were amazing. It blew us away that you could play any night of the week over there. Like in
Yeah.
Australia, it's really only Friday and Saturday. You do the occasional like Thursday or Sunday, but that's pushing it. But like the people to come out Monday and Tuesday was just
It was insane.
Yeah.
Like,
crazy for us.
yeah,
It's
we
like
did.
700 people in London, which was cool
Yeah,
on
we,
Tuesday.
yeah, it was literally 6 shows in a row, just all throughout the UK, and there was just awesome crowds at all of them. We were just like, what is happening over here? This is where it's at.
Yeah, definitely. I've been to a couple of shows at Leadmill as well, and yeah, I feel like the further north you go in the UK, the more wild the crowds can be. Actually, like.
It's kind of like that. Everyone says that about Tassie as well. Like, the south you go in Australia, the weirder or the crazier the crowds get.
Yeah. So going back right to the beginning, like, do you remember, like, recall like when you first like picked up instruments? What were your early influences like growing up?
For me, I was my parents used to own a music shop actually. My grandpa used to play in a big band, so it's kind of like music's always been around. And then I think when I was 13, I just picked up a guitar and kind of never put it down.
And your sister's boyfriend
Played drums.
played drums,
Yeah.
gave you a drum kit, and then didn't he introduce you to like all the bands you love?
Oh,
now?
she had a really cool friend, and he was like into like heaps of indie music. I think it was like Muse, Radiohead, Placebo at the time,
Queens of Stone
and
Age.
Queens of the Stone Age, and I was just like,
Nice.
I was listening to like bad hip hop when I was like 13.
Yeah.
And suddenly I just went gift, and I'm like, I'm playing music. This is what I do.
Yeah, for me, was kind of really influenced by my dad. He just not a musician, but just tons and tons of records. Like I know David Bowie, Neil Young, and all that sort of stuff. So, and then one of my cousins used to play bass in a few bands and stuff. So I just picked that up because I thought it'd be easier than guitar. And yeah, kind of how it started for me.
Nice.
And we grew up in a really small town, but like every like grade at school had it sort of a year band. So I was in year 7, year 10 band, and followed them around to every show they did. And then I was like, oh, like tell my friends like we've got to start our own band, and we all kind of like picked a different instrument, and then we like went into like the school rehearsal room, and I just expected us to be really good, but obviously we didn't know how to play instruments, we were really bad.
Yeah.
So then I started and sort of grew from there.
What were you called?
Assidious was my first band.
Sidious, I like it.
What's
Or
that?
Kings of Hearts was my year 10 band.
That's all right. I don't mind
It's
that.
pretty cheesy.
My first band was called And the Bear Whiskers. It was that ... and the Bear Whiskers.
Well, what comes before that?
I don't know. that was the thing.
Do you play anything, Jack?
I write songs. I used to be a lot more into it. I play a little bit of guitar. I actually just bought a banjo during lockdown. So yeah, but I'm not very good at it still. But I just thought I've been listening to a guy called Yoke Law, and he plays banjo with like keyboards in the background, and it's just a really unique sound. So I thought I'll try a bit of that. But as you said before, Matt, hearing something and putting it into work is it's like two different things. So but yeah, I'll keep at it a little bit, and just for the fun of it, really. Yeah. So you guys obviously started Wolves at the university. Where did you come up with the name? Can I ask that, or is it kind of a hidden secret? Or
Yeah, it's not really a secret, but it's not actually. It's
We
not-
need to think of a better story. But
yeah, we did like a more impressive story than this, but we did our photo shoot. Like we had songs and we had a band, and we
Had a
even
gig
played
booked.
one. I think we played one gig. I think under a different name, and we were doing our photo shoot, and it was on the beach, at a place called Evans Head, which is actually pretty close to Broadwater that you're talking about before.
yeah,
And I think we had this group chat with the photographer and his girlfriend at the time, and they were just talking about a dock or a pier and a quay and all these different synonyms for wharves. And then I just saw it written in our group chat, and I just really liked how it looked. It was just like a cool word, and that was pretty much it.
I think we're gonna release some as well, and then we were just like, we need to choose a name.
yeah, we had like hundreds, and it was just like, yeah, we kind of agreed that it looked all right, written down in capital letters, and then we didn't realize that when you're on stage and you're talking into a microphone and you're like, whoa. Yeah, everyone's like dwarves, wolves. Yeah,
What are you saying?
yeah. They've got a big banner sits behind us on stage, so
And they're like, "Oh, WHARVES."
yeah.
And do you guys remember like your first gigs or anything like that you went to and thought, wow, like that's what I want to do, kind of as a job,
Mine was,
as a job.
in a month. My first show ever was seeing Brian Wilson perform Smile, which was just like kind of, it blew my mind at the age because it was like new with rock music. And then a week later, I saw Foo Fighters supported by Kaiser Chiefs, with Foo Fighters, which was cool. And then I went
Nice.
to like the big White Stripes and Iggy Pop, and I just got like such an education in such a short amount of time.
It's crazy.
And I was, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, for me it was and I don't know if you've heard of them in the UK, but they're an Australian band called the Living End.
Okay.
Kind of like
Kind of rockabilly punk.
yeah, rockabilly punk kind of thing. So the three piece and the bassist has like plays a double bass instead of an electric one,
Okay.
and they're pretty sick. Like he's an incredible guitarist, and the bassist would like stand on the double bass to play it and stuff like that as well. And yeah, and the band called Children Collide supported, and they're another Australian band, and they're kind of like
Funnily enough, we got to play with Living End last year.
yeah, we did.
Straight after
It
we
was
got
really
back from
cool. So that was my first gig, and it was like in this big theater in Sydney, and I was just like, this is sick. And then that was kind of like my moment as well.
Yeah. Nice.
Mine's pretty embarrassing. I saw Korn when I was pretty young, and then but then yeah, Big Day Out it doesn't run anymore. It was a big touring festival around the whole country and New Zealand as well. And yeah, I got to see Wolfmother, Iggy Pop, White Stripes, Franz Ferdinand.
You're the same one.
Yeah, the same one as Mike,
You're in
but I think
Sydney.
I was in Sydney. And
Kings
you're
of Leon played that year as well.
yeah. There was a few bands I'd never heard of, but then became Kings of Leon blew up after that, I'm pretty sure. And then also Mars Volta,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of. And I fully dismissed it.
Nice. And do you guys remember your first gig as Wolves?
I think we were talking about this like just earlier. It was in Lennox Head actually at a community fair, and it was outside as well. And then the stage was facing like the oval or whatever, and then we just saw this hectic storm coming in, and then it just started pissing down and
Like rained on our instruments and our gear, and we had
Yes.
to call it off.
So I think we played like 3 songs and then had to call it off.
Jeez. Wow.
Uh,
Get the bad ones out of the way early.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the first one was actually at the uni, and the second one might have been Lennox under a different name.
We played at Black Bear with
Blue
Rays.
Rays. Yeah, that was a bit after.
that was like
That was our
yeah.
first real gig, in Brisbane.
Nice. And then so you entered the Triple J comp and then got the opening slot at Splendor. Was that right? How was that going from playing for like community fairs to like opening Splendor?
And like growing up in this area, I'd been going to that for such a long time, seeing so many bands on that stage, and then like getting up there and being like, holy shit, like I'm up doing what I've always wanted to do. That same stage as all these huge bands was crazy. And probably the best 30 minutes of my life.
It's pretty amazing as well because it was the year that Royal Blood and Queens of Stone Age played back to back. Like it was like Royal Blood, then Queens of Stone Age. We got to be side of stage, and it was the exact same stage we got to play. It wasn't like we were on some little stage as well. So
It was pretty
cool.
funny. I was in a meeting at work, and because Matt got the phone call from Triple J to say that we'd won. And for some reason, like I never had my phone out, but it was sitting on the desk in front of me. And then all of a sudden my phone just goes, holy shit, we're playing Splendor. And then there was just like 100 messages. It was like ding, 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 ding. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Nice. So at the minute, obviously your plans for 2020 kind of obviously, as with everyone, they've been smashed a bit by COVID. Are you guys just constantly working in the studio, and what are your plans for 21?
We're meant to be playing it right now, but it got washed out. It was the first like festival back today. And it got
With
a big
severe
storms hit.
thunderstorm. Yeah. So, but apart from that, yeah, you kind of hit it on the head. We're just doing tons of recording and heaps of writing, just kind of doing what we can do. Trying to film like little live sessions in this space here and in our shed.
We're doing one right like once we get off this call, we're filming a piano version of Think Straight with sort of moody lighting and stuff here.
Nice, that'll be sweet. I look forward to that for sure.
Yeah, great. Just all different kind of content while we can't really do anything else. So
nice.
It's been pretty. It's like the first time that like Mike's really backed himself as a producer with us, and it's also Scott's leveled up a lot with his camera work, both film and also like video as well. So he did the film clip, and he's going to be filming this session we're about to do, and it's just been really.
We're keeping everything in house because like one of the reasons was like kind of financially we're not doing any gigs, so we can't really afford producers or photographers or whatever. So we're just like, let's just see what we can do here. So it's been really positive.
Yeah, it's way more productive as well.
It's been a great challenge just to be like, let's see what we can do ourselves and really push ourselves. It's been fun.
Yeah, I hope you I watched the Think Straight video with the GoPro on the dog, so hopefully you've cut him in as well and gave him a few treats for that one.
Yeah, he's well looked after.
Nice. Well, guys, enjoy. I'm obviously glad that you couldn't play your show tonight. Was that going to be up in whereabouts was that? Was that in Port Macquarie? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Hockey Dad. I saw Hockey Dad mention that it got cancelled. Yeah. Well, hopefully you're back on stage soon enough, and it's been a pleasure for you guys to be to interview you guys today, and look forward to watching you on your journey.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Jack.
Thanks for reaching out.
Best of luck with your project and everything.
Sweet. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the UK before we know it.
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds good.
For sure.
Cheers, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Bye.